We can start to begin by just inviting the breath. So finding a tall seat with a tall spine and starting to create a longer, deeper breath, a fuller breath. And start to turn your attention inward, just observing your internal landscape this morning without judgment. See if you can notice places of openness, places where the body feels relaxed and open. And then bring your attention to places where it might feel a little tight, distorted in some way, and start to invite the breath to those places. Start to create more space. Let's go ahead and start to circle the shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze them up to the ears and then press them back and down. Inhale as you squeeze the shoulder heads up to the ears and then articulate them back and down. So you're making a circle shape. So you're kind of bringing them forward before you bring them up to your ears, as long as that feels good. And then circle it back and down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift, maybe squeeze a little longer, a little harder, and then press them back and down. And then from here, just keep the shoulders pressing down, and we'll take the right ear towards the right shoulder, lengthening the side of the neck. And if you'd like, you can take your right hand to your left shoulder and just get a sense of grounding it down, because it's going to lift in reaction to the stretch if you're really tight. So breathe here. And just keeping that shoulder grounding down as best you can. And then we'll take the chin slightly forward, bringing the stretch toward the back of the neck. Couple of breaths here. And on an inhale, bringing it back over, right ear towards right shoulder. Couple of breaths. And on an inhale, bringing the head back to chin parallel to the floor. Take a breath here. And then tilting left ear towards left shoulder. Take your left hand and place it on your right shoulder. And then inviting the breath. And observing the effects of the breath on the stretch. And we'll go ahead and bring the chin slightly forward. Notice the difference here. Give it some breath and allow something to release. And then rolling it back to left ear towards left shoulder. A couple of breaths here. And on an inhale, returning back to center. Let's take a couple of either from side to side rolling or complete circles if that's available to you. So, and then go the other way. And then find your way back to your tall spine. We'll take fingertips onto the knees just to give us a little extra space. Pull the belly in and stretch the chest forward. Maybe look up and then exhale, chin to chest. Draw the shoulder blades forward or the shoulders heads forward, chin to chest. Pull the belly in. Inhale. Seated cow pose. Exhale. Seated cat. Inhale, reach the chest through the shoulders. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round out. Inhale, lift and hold in your tall seat. Take fingertips to the floor and then inhale the left arm out to the left. A couple of breaths here and then we'll rainbow up and over. So see if you can take the arm over the ear line, but then also open the chest up towards the sky. We're going to cactus this left arm. So bend the elbow and draw it back, feeling into that shoulder blade here. Inhale, exhale, extend, up and over. Inhale, elbow draws back. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale and hold here. Cactus arm, feel that shoulder blade on the left side. Extend the arm. Maybe turn the pinky in, notice the difference. And then we'll take the back of the hand to the low back and just release the neck. Maybe feel nice and supported with this right hand. And then just let the neck and head go, give it some breath. And then find your way back up to your tall spine, fingertips to the floor, draw the shoulder blades together on the back, pull the belly in. Inhale the left arm out to the left. Deep breath in, exhale completely. Inhale here, and rainbow up and over. Couple of breaths, just finding this pose, arm over the ear, and then start to open the chest toward the sky. Draw the shoulder blade gently back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, bend the elbow, draw the shoulder blade back. Feel that sensation. Exhale, reach it open over. Inhale, draw the elbow back. Exhale. Inhale, bend the elbow, reach the shoulder blade back. Exhale. Inhale, bend. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, open. Turn the pinky in. Notice the sensations of the stretch. Turn the thumb in this time. Take the palm to the low back. Let the neck, the weight of the head go. Big deep breaths here. Feeling very supported by this left hand. And then take the arm up and over. And then brings you right back up. Let's go ahead and come down onto hands and knees and find our way into a child's pose. So walk the knees back, press the hips back, walk the hands forward any amount. Hopefully you have a little bit of opening in the shoulders. You can start to come up onto fingertips and release the forehead to the floor. Deep breath in, exhale completely. Inhale, look up at your hands, walk them over to the left. Stretch the hips to the right. If you'd like a deeper stretch on the right armpit, place the right hand on top of the left. Deep breath in, exhale. So follow your breath here, just watching the breath come and go and the effects on that stretch on the right shoulder, the right side waist, and the right hip. On your next inhale, look at your hands, walk them through center and over to the right. Stretch your hips to the left. Maybe take left hand over right. Breathe. On an inhale, look up at your fingers, walk them back to center, press up to tabletop. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's take some cat-cows here, toes are tucked. Let's drop the belly, lift the chest, palms pull towards you. Exhale, round the spine, press the ground away. Chin is to chest, belly suctions in towards the spine. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, lift. Bend the elbows, draw palms towards you, widening the hips and shoulders. Exhale, round. Draw it all in. And then inhale, back to neutral, tabletop. We're going to take right arm forward. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Inhale, and notice your belly. So inhale deeply, pull the belly in. Exhale, but while holding that in, and then send that left heel away from you, lifting that left leg up and back behind you. Press it away, reach the right hand forward, a little more. Inhale here, draw elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it in. Activate the belly. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Now bend left knee. See if you can find it with your right hand for that bind and stretch. Breathe here. Push the hand into the foot. Maybe lift the knee a little more. Lift your gaze forward. And then exhale, release that, and plant the hand, plant the knee. Inhale here. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift the left arm forward. Notice your belly. So as if you were trying to pull your low ribs towards your low hips, activate through that area of your low belly. And then inhale here. Exhale, send the right heel away. Inhale. Exhale, draw knee to elbow. Inhale, reach it away. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, stretch, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, stretch, extend, and hold. Bend right knee. See if you can find the foot. And reach. Stretching. Pressing the foot away. And holding on. So a little bit of tension there. Find the stretch in the quad if you can. And gaze is either forward or down at the mat. Whatever feels the best on your neck. One more breath here. Re-extend before planting the knee and the palm. Press the hips back. Find a child's pose here. Reconnect to the breath. On an inhale, press up to your tabletop. Spread fingers nice and wide. And definitely press every finger pad into the mat. So every finger pad, every knuckle. We're going to tuck the toes. Press into the feet, lift the knees, send the hips up and back, find downward facing dog. Breathe. Lengthen the backs of the legs. So start to press one heel down and then the other. So you can press the right heel down, bending the left knee. Press the left heel down, bending the right knee. See if you can relax the neck and release the weight of the head. And sway the hips a little bit here, opening up into the IT band and the low back. Just take a big, deep inhale here. Soften the shoulders towards the floor. Exhale, soften your heels toward the floor. Inhale, we're going to round forward into a plank. Inhale in your plank or drop knees, chest, chin. And then exhale, lower down. Release the hips. Plant the palms at the low ribs. Draw shoulder blades together. Extend up for cobra. Elbows bend into the ribs. Press back to child's pose. Breathe here. On an inhale, press up to tabletop. Tuck toes, lift knees, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. And again, tune into your shoulders here. See if you can soften the mid-back, so that space between the shoulder blades. Allow it to release down towards the floor a little more. And on an inhale, we're going to activate the right leg, lifting it up and back behind us. Press through the heel, lengthen it away from you. Breathe here. So really feeling that stretch on the left leg from the heel all the way up to the glute. One more deep breath. Exhale, soften the foot towards the floor. On an inhale, activate through the left leg. Lift it up and back behind you. Press the heel away, lengthen. Soften the shoulders. And relax that right heel toward the floor. It doesn't have to be touching. Feel the stretch on the right leg. Breathe into that. And exhale, release the foot down to the floor. On an inhale, pull the low belly and round forward to your plank. Either inhale in your plank or drop your knees, chest, chin. From here, we're going to bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, press back, couple breaths in child's pose. Breathe here. On an inhale, press up, tabletop. Spread the fingers, press the knuckles and the finger pads in. Press into the feet, lift the knees, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe here. On an inhale, activate through the right leg. Press the heel away from you. Lift the leg up and back. On your exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Round the spine, find the space to step it through or help it through. We're going to come to high lunge on the right side. Bend the left knee, tuck the tailbone, and then re-extend through that leg. Pick the arms up. Once you feel balanced, breathe. Gazes forward. Soften the left hip. Maybe bend a little more deeply into the right knee. Feel that stretch in the front of the left hip. Press the shoulders back and down. Let's take our left palm to the inside of the right foot. Right arm comes up for a twist. Breathe here. Let's take a couple of circles, circling the fingertips back, down, forward, and up. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you circle it through. Inhale here and go the other way. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, open. Let's take the hand down to frame the foot. We're going to plant the left foot at a 60-degree angle, pointing towards the front left corner of your mat. Right knee bends, warrior one. Hips point towards the front of the mat. Breathe here. Press into the outside edge of the left foot. From here, we're going to open up to warrior two. Bending right knee, left foot is parallel or turned in from parallel to the short edge of the mat. Pull the belly in, extend the arms out from heart center. Maybe take that left arm in a little so it's in your periphery. And then notice what the right hand is doing. Gaze over right middle finger. Feel into those legs. Let's breathe. Bend a little more into the right knee. Send that left palm towards facing up. Reach it forward to reach it back and reverse your warrior. Avoid the knee. And breathe here. Lengthen the right side of the body. Let's open back up into our warrior two. We'll cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. Step it back into plank. Inhale in your plank or drop knees, chest, chin. Exhale, bend elbows. Come up to cobra or a dog. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Breathe in your child's pose. One more deep breath here. Exhale completely. On and inhale, press up, tabletop. Take a moment, arrange your tabletop. Tuck toes, lift knees, downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog, pedal it out. On and inhale, lift the left leg up and back behind you. Press through the heel, lengthen it away from you. Breathe into that stretch on the left leg. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest, round the upper shoulders, step it through. Find your way up to your high lunge. Bend the right knee, tuck tailbone. Re-extend the right leg and take the arms up once you feel balanced. Pressing the shoulders down the back. So shoulder blades pressing away from your ears. Find a forward gaze and find your balance. Breathe here. Feel the stretch on the front of the right thigh. Maybe bend a little more deeply into the left knee. Just take the hands to the hips, and we're going to step the right foot up to plant it, pointing towards the front right corner of your mat. Hips point forward, take the arms up, warrior one. Listen to the outside edge of the right foot. Right leg is straight. Breathe here. Again, shoulder blades pressing away from the ears. Take deep breath in. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Hips point towards the side. Left knee bends over left ankle. Make sure you can see maybe your third toe. And then press into the right foot, the outside edge of the right foot. Activating the right leg more deeply. Maybe bend over that left knee a little more. We're going to turn the left palm up and reach it forward to come back into a reverse warrior. Avoiding the right knee, finding support above or below. Reach the left arm back. Lengthen the left side of the body. Inhale back. We'll cartwheel the hands down. Come down to frame the foot. Step it back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, drop the knees. Press it back, child's pose. Breathe here. On an inhale, press up to tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, find your downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog. You can sway the hips, the shoulders, whatever feels good to come a little more deeply into this shape. Breathe. On an inhale, we'll lift the right leg up and back, press the heel away, lengthen. Exhale, draw it in, knee to chest, step it through. High lunge, come on up. Hopefully this feels a little more open to you to be in this shape. We're gonna take the right hand down the left thigh and arc the left arm up and over. Feel that stretch in the left hip. And then again, open up, warrior two. Right knee bends. Reach the fingertips away. Nice and active. Belly pulls in. Bend into that right knee a little more. We're going to take the right fingertips. Either you can take it to the foot, the shin if you need more support. But we want this left hip kind of kicking over to the side. So opening that left hip. And then left arm can climb up and over the ear line. Or just straight up, side angle pose. Breathe here. Keep this right hip drawing underneath you. Breathe. This can feel very strenuous when we haven't been in this shape for a while. Let's press back up to our warrior two. Arms extend. And then we're going to turn the toes in. Find a wide leg forward fold. So take the hands to the hips and then sending the hips back, straight legs, micro bend in the knees, maybe come forward. So I have that little bit of a hamstring pull. So I'm coming into this nice and easy, but you can just hinge at the hips and the booty back and dive forward. Long deep breaths here. Maybe take the forearms to the floor to cradle the head, as if you were just going to nestle the head right into your arms there. Breathe. Let's take hands to hip, activate the legs to come on up. And then from here, we'll open back up into our warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down, frame the foot, step the right foot back to meet the left. Inhale in plank or drop, knees, chest, chin. Inhale up to cobra or up dog. Exhale, press it back. Let's take child's pose here, breathe. On an inhale, press up, tabletop, tuck toes, lift knees, downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog. Sway the hips, soften the shoulders. Inhale the left leg up and back behind you. Press through the heel, lengthen it away. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest and step it through. Find your high lunge, left side. Maybe bend that right knee, tuck tailbone. Re-extend, press the shoulders, shoulder blades down the back, breathe. Let's take the left hand down the right leg, right arm comes up and over. Maybe gaze at your fingertips or just down at your left right foot. And opening into your warrior two, bending into the left knee. Breathe here. Fingertips reaching away from each other. Let's bring the left hand to the inside of the calf foot. You can have the hand on the foot, the inside or the outside, whatever works. Either take the right arm up or over the ear line. Wherever you are, breathe. Let's take the right hand to the low back. Press back up to your warrior two. And then from here, take the toes in. We're going to find a forward fold once again in this straddle position. Hinge at the hips, dive the chest forward with a flat back. Breathe. When you get to the bottom, you can either find support from blocks, pillow, blanket, or release the forearms, fingertips to the floor. Let the head hang heavy, relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Relax your face. Maybe smile. From here, put a micro bend in the knees, take the hands to the hips, activate through the legs to lift you back up. Let's open back up into warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down, frame the foot, step it back into plank, drop knees, chest, chin, or lower down, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Press it back, child's pose. Breathe here. On an inhale, press up, tabletop. Tuck toes, down dog. Breathe in your down dog. Maybe take the hands a little wider and a little more forward. Feet a little wider. Send the sitting bones up and back. Nice wide down dog. You can paw at the floor. So just playing with the activation through the hands, noticing if there's somewhere that you're not firmly pressing in. Index finger and thumb, focus on that for a moment. Notice the difference. Breathe. We're going to take the feet about hips width distance apart. Take your right hand to the middle of where your hands would be. Take your left hand to the outside of the right ankle. Twist here. So see if you can hold on to the shin or the ankle and look up under that right arm. Press firmly into the right palm. Breathe. And gently release that. Come back to your down dog for a moment. One breath in. Exhale completely. Take your left palm to the middle of the mat this time. Reach the right hand to the outside of the left calf, shin, or foot. Avoid the knee. Breathe. Look up under that left armpit. Press extra firmly into the left palm. Notice what occurs, what evolves with the breath. On an inhale, return to your downward facing dog. Let's take one deep breath in. One complete exhale. Send the sitting bones up towards the sky. Sway the hips. Let's inhale up to our plank. Hold in your plank. Breathe. Pull the belly in. Activate your abdominals. Let's sway on over. Rock on over to the outside of that left foot, inside of right foot. Take right arm up. Nice and easy side plank. You can stagger the feet. If you'd like more, you can stack the feet. Lift the hips. Maybe take the right arm over the ear line. Press the hips forward. And on an exhale, let's drop the palm back down to your plank. One breath in. Exhale completely. Inhale here, and then roll on over to the outside of the right foot. Now, staggering the feet at first. Lift the hips, take the left arm up. Now, maybe if you'd like more, you can stack the feet. Press the hips gently forward. Maybe take the left arm over the ear line. So we're balancing here. So be kind to yourself, compassionate. Breathe. And on an exhale, like a big yawn, set that left palm down, set the knees down, press it back, child's pose, breathe. One more deep breath here. Exhale completely. Soften and release into the mat. On an inhale, press back up to your tabletop. We'll tuck the toes and lift the knees into downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog. Notice your alignment. See if your index or middle finger is pointing towards the top of the mat. Fingers are spread really nice and wide. Feet are hips width distance apart. Soften the shoulders toward the floor. Let's inhale the right leg up and back. Press through the heel. Draw it into the chest. Step it through. From here, we're going to work into this left hip. So we're finding a runner's lunge. Soften the left hip towards the floor. Reach the chest forward here. And then exhale. Straighten into the right leg, pulling the right toes towards you. Like Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits variation. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, draw toes towards you. Inhale, reach. Exhale, straighten into the right leg. Inhale, reach it forward, chest extends forward. Exhale, straighten into the right leg. Now we're gonna plant the right foot, step the left foot in a little bit, find pyramid pose. Swivel the right hip back, reach the chest forward, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, soften back down over that straight-ish right leg. Breathe. And then let's bend into the right leg, plant the hands, step it back, go through your flow, however you like. We're gonna meet in downward facing dog this time. Breathe in your down dog. Take a moment, notice your alignment, make any adjustments you need to make before inhaling the left leg up and back behind you, press through the heel. Exhale, draw it into the chest and step it through. And finding this runner's lunge on the left side. So keeping the hips low, soften the right hip towards the floor. Right knee is bent right over the right ankle. You can have the palms planted or just be up on the fingertips for a little more space in the upper body to reach the chest forward. Exhale, bend, or straighten rather, into the left leg, pulling the toes towards you. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, straighten into the left leg. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, bend into the right knee, plant the left knee, plant right foot, straighten into left leg, swiveling the left hip back, right hip forward, pyramid pose. Lengthen the spine, reaching the chest forward, and then soften, bowing over your straight-ish left leg. Breathe. And on an inhale, frame the foot, bend the knee, step it back, go through your flow. This time we'll meet in child's pose. Breathe in your child's pose. On an inhale, press up to tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the knees, find your downward facing dog. Breathe in your downward facing dog. Take a moment, make any adjustments you need to make for your alignment. On an inhale, lift the right leg up and back, reach the heel away from you. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest and step it through. Runner's lunge. And step your left foot forward. Keep the knees bent. And we're going to find chair pose. So lift the arms up. Soften the heels into the mat. Maybe lift the toes. Make sure your knees are not coming past, shooting past your ankles. Press them back. Breathe. Soften the hips towards the floor a little more. Reaching the shoulder blades together and down. Pull the belly in. Breathe. Let's take hands in prayer here. We're going to take left elbow to the outside of the right leg. Just a chair. Maybe gaze over that right shoulder. Press the left knee back. Inhale, back to your chair. Extend the arms up. One breath in. Exhale, soften hips, bend knees, hands in prayer. Right elbow, left knee. Press that right knee back. It's going to try to shoot forward. And then gaze over left shoulder. Breathe. On an inhale, come back to your chair. Bend the knees. Release the weight of the head. Come to a forward fold. Breathe in your forward fold. Let's go ahead and bend the knees, heel toe the feet outward. Find Vinyasa pose. So sending the hips towards the floor, opening the knees out with the elbows. Breathe. If your heels are not touching the floor, that's okay. Just be mindful of your knees. So if there's any strain on the knees, just come out of this and find a seat. Let's go ahead and release the hips down to the floor. Maybe take the hands behind you so you can simply lift the shins parallel to the earth, pull the belly in, and then prepare your boat pose. Breathe in boat pose. Maybe extend the legs. Keep reaching the chest, open, and pressing the shoulder blades down the back. Breathe. Let's go ahead and replant the hands to support you to come down onto the mat. Draw the knees into the chest. Rock and roll side to side. Massage the low back. We're going to set the left. You can either just set the left foot on the floor with the knee bent or extend it, letting it rest straightened. And then we're going to squeeze this right knee into the chest and then release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. And now we're going to straighten into the leg, maybe a micro bend in the knee, and then draw the leg towards you to stretch the hamstring. So you can hold on to the back of the thigh if that's better, or the calf. Breathe here. And then we're going to flex the foot. It should already be flexed. Then we're going to point the toes and then flex the foot. Point toes, flex, point toes, and flex. Breathe. Maybe draw the thigh closer in. Let's keep the foot gently flexed here. Let the shoulders soften towards the floor. And then we'll rebend the knee gently and draw it out towards that right shoulder. If you need to step the left foot up, you can do that. A deep stretch in the inner thighs. Keep that right foot flexed to protect your right knee. So now we're going to find half happy baby. So bend the right knee, flex the right foot. Either find the toes or the outside of the foot or the ankle and draw the knee towards the armpit, towards the floor. Breathe. Let's go ahead and re-bend the right knee. Bring it back to center, give it a squeeze, and then bring the left knee in to the chest. Give them both a squeeze. Notice the difference. One might feel a lot different than the other. Extend the right leg, either setting the right foot down on the floor, extending the leg and resting it. Let's squeeze the left knee. Inhale, release, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. And then we'll straighten into the left leg any amount. And then find either your shin or the back of your thigh and start to find that hamstring stretch on the left leg. Breathe. Soften your shoulders and the back into the mat. And here we're going to point and flex the foot. Point and flex. Keep breathing. Notice the sensations and breathe into those. And then just hold the foot flexed and draw the leg a little closer towards you. Let's bend the knee and open it out towards the shoulder. Foot is flexed. You really give that knee a squeeze. And then keeping the foot flexed, grabbing onto the ankle, the toes, or the outside of the left foot, draw it down. And then gently bend into that knee. Bring it back towards center. Bring both knees into the chest. Squeeze. And then release the feet down to the floor. We're going to find bridge pose here. So bend the arms at the elbows, really close to the ribs. Find your feet really close to your hips and press into the feet. Lift the hips. Press into the elbows. Lift the upper back. Maybe find your bind with the palms. If not, just keep the arms bent at your sides. Keep pressing into the elbows, lifting the upper back. Maybe notice your chin. See if you can create a little space there. Press into your feet. Imagine lengthening the spine with the traction you get here. Breathe. No strain in the neck. And gently release that down. Rearticulate your spine nice and long onto the mat. We're going to cross the right ankle over. Open the right knee out. Breathe here. If you need a deeper stretch, you can reach the right hand through the legs and grab the shin or the thigh and draw it in. Or you can just hold that shin in, whatever works. Breathe here. Right foot is flexed. From here, we're just going to tip over. We're going to literally roll and rock over onto our left shoulder and plant the right foot. You can keep holding the left shin or release it on the floor with just a little twisted bind here. You should feel this in the right hip. Breathe. And then see if you can use your elbow to rock you back up to center. From here, we're going to release the left foot onto the floor. Cross the right leg over. Maybe shift your hips up and over to the right, off of that left hip so that the knees can come over to the left. Extend the right arm out to the right. Maybe cactus the arm if you can. That will be a much deeper stretch. So play with it. See what you can find for yourself today. Take your gaze either straight up or to the right. Breathe. And then help yourself back to center, uncrossing the legs and re-leveling the hips. Bring the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze, rock and roll side to side. And then release the feet down to the floor. Cross the left ankle over the right. Open the left knee out to the left. Press it away from you. Left foot is flexed. Maybe reach through, grab what you can and draw it in. Long, deep breaths. Relax your shoulders, soften your back. And then from here, rolling over onto the right shoulder, allowing the left foot to come to the earth. Just taking a few breaths here, feeling that stretch on the outer left hip. Long, deep breaths. Let's come rocking back to center. Release the right foot down to the floor. Cross the left leg over. Press into the right foot to lift the hips up into the left, allowing your knees to drop to the right. And maybe cactus the left arm for a deeper stretch, or just extend it out and gazes up or to the left. Long, deep breaths here. And then however you need to help yourself back to center and draw the knees into the chest. So rolling on your back, rolling the knees in. You can rock side to side and massage the low back. From here, you have two choices. We're going to take the legs up And if you've never taken plow pose before, maybe stay here, maybe come to the wall and just have legs up the wall. If you would like to try plow pose, or plow pose, we're going to go ahead and shimmy the hands under the hips so that just palms are facing the earth and you're supported so the hips are lifted. And now see if you can just rock, bending the knees up towards your ears and taking the weight off the hips onto the shoulders, not on the neck. From here, straightening into the legs, any amount, maybe touching the ground behind you. Keep space under your chin, and none of this weight is on your neck. Breathe. Straighten into the legs, any amount. Maybe touch your toenails to the floor if you're pretty deep in this. From here, if you're able, we're going to take the hands to the low back to support them for shoulder stand. So just weight is on the shoulders and the elbows. Extend the legs up to the sky. Breathe. This is really great for the thyroid. Allow the belly to expand as you breathe. And now to come out of this, just bend the knees back in towards the forehead, take the hands to the floor, and then pressing into the floor, slowly roll out so that you can articulate every vertebrae nice and long into the mat. Release the feet. Let's take the palms open here. Let the feet flop open. We'll start to settle in for Shavasana. Nice deep breath. Exhale, maybe audible. Release. Start to scan through the body. Notice if there's anywhere holding tension. Use your conscious awareness to release that tension. And follow the breath with your awareness. So just watching the breath come in and go. If it helps to have a visual, you can imagine a stream of vapor. But just allow your normal breath to return and soften into the floor as much as possible. Imagine your bones as very heavy like stones. And just connect to that magnetic earth energy, allowing it to hold you and let you feel supported as you rest. As you're ready, you can take a big cat stretch overhead, awakening the fingers and toes, maybe moving them, opening and closing the palms, and pointing and flexing the feet. Draw the knees into the chest, and you can either roll onto your side, or you can roll up and down the spine, finding your way to your seat, however you like. Taking your time to get there and using as little energy as possible. Let's take Gyan Mudra, index and middle finger face down in a grounding gesture on the knees. And just take a few moments noticing any differences in the way your body-mind feels, any changes in the breath or the sensations, or your awareness of those sensations. I'd like to take a moment of gratitude for you and your dedication to this practice, for joining me today. And I'll honor you with namaste. And we'll close with namaste. Thank you again for joining me. See you next time.